Hi everybody, I'm back with a new video, and this time I'm doing myself for Z values. You might have noticed that, finding Y, finding X, that's basically the same thing. So if we have 2X, we are finding X here, or we have 2Z, we are finding Z. Z is just an unknown variable. But actually making videos with solving for X, solving for Y, solving for Z makes them categorized. There's no point that if you have Z, you have some different procedures. There's just like more practice for you. So I just make them in steps, solving for, if you haven't watched the videos for solving for X and Y, then make sure to do them because I explain in more detail in those videos. So let's just start here with the first question, the very first question here. Oops. Okay, so the very first question is 2Z plus 5Z minus 3 plus 4 equals 32. Now, 2Z and 5Z are like terms because they have the same variables here. It doesn't matter if you have different coefficients, which are numbers with the variables. What really matters is that the variables are the same. So we can add, subtract, multiply, divide the like terms. So 2Z plus 5Z, we can add the coefficients. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7Z, and here we can do the, you can simply put this in the calculator. If you don't know how to solve this, you can watch my last video. I explained in some detail in that video. So let's move to plus 1 equals 32. 7Z plus 1 equals 32. Now, actually, we don't need this plus 1 over here, so we'll just transfer it to the other side, and the sign will become negative here. So 7Z equals 32. This positive here, if we move on the other side, it will be negative, so minus 1. 7Z equals 31, and Z equals, now, when there's 7Z, there's no sign between them. They're not being added, they're not being subtracted. There's no sign between them, so you don't know which sign is in between them. So whenever you have a coefficient and you have the variable, the sign between them is always multiplication. So they're always being multiplied. So when it will move on the other side, the 7, when it will move on the other side of the equation, it will be divided. Okay, so here's Z equals 31 divided by Z. So we can simply do it like 31 here. I'm just changing it to mixed fractions. So 31 and 7 4s are 28, and 3 remaining. So this to the top, this comes here, this comes down. So we can write it as, just to see here, 4 comes here at this place, and 7 goes down in the denominator, and 3 goes up in the numerator. So we get this. You can also write in the decimal form, which is, I'll just use a calculator for it, which is 4.4289 7, and so on. So you can do, but the preferred one is this mixed number 1. So if you have a choice between all of these, then do write in the mixed one. So the next question is, solve, place a line here. Okay. The next question is 3Z minus Z, 3Z minus Z, plus 7 minus 2 equals 19. These are like terms again. There's no number before z, so I'll put a 1 here. 3z minus 1z is 2z. Plus minus the sign of the bigger number, and because they're opposite signs, so we'll just subtract. Plus 5 equals 19. We don't need this plus 5 here. We'll move it on the other side of the equation, and it will be negative 5 here. So 2z equals 19 minus 5, and 2z equals 14. So z, because this is being multiplied here, on the other side it will be divided by 2. So which equals 14 divided by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14, so z equals 7 here. This is the answer. Let's move on to the next question, which is 4z plus 2z 4z plus 2z minus 8 plus 6 equals 22. So, like terms again, we're gonna add these. So 6z minus plus, so opposite sign, so we'll subtract them. 8 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. So the sign of the greater number, which is 8, so minus sign here, which equals 22. Again, we don't need this minus 2 here, so 6z equals 22. When this 2 moves on the other side, it will be positive 2. So it will be plus 2, 6z, this is looking for 2, equals 24. And because these are being multiplied here, when they move to the other side, they'll be divided by 6. So z equals 24 divided by, in fact, the other way, divide by 6. So z equals 4. 6 1s are 6 and 6 4s are 24. So this is our answer. Let's do our, I think, second last question here. Yeah. 5z minus 3z. 5z minus 3z plus 3 plus 4 equals 28. So we have the like terms here. 5z minus 3z 2z plus 7 equals 28. Again, we don't need this plus 7 here, so we will move that to the other side of the equation. 28 plus positive 7 here, on the other side it will be negative 7. So 2z equals, oops, it's not x. It's 2z equals 21. Yeah. So z equals, because it's been multiplied here, on the other side it's been divided, so 21 divided by 2. So this goes, let's just write in the mixed form 2. So 2 10s are 20. Minus, we get 1 here, so this moves up. This comes here, this goes down. So z equals, 2 is here, no, 10 is here. And this 2 goes down, 1 goes up. And we can also write the decimal form. This is r here. This is r. We can also write mass. All of these are considered prime. So we can write it as 10.5. Let's move on to our last question, which is, let me just look at the question, which is 6z plus z, 6z plus z plus, I don't remember, 6z plus z minus 2 plus 7 minus 2 plus 7 equals 37, I think. Let's recheck again. Yeah. So here's the question. Again, the like terms, there's 1 here because there's no number before. So 7z, the sign of the greater number, sign comes before, so positive sign. Opposite numbers, so we are going to subtract, so we get 5 here equals 37. We've got a positive sign here, but if we move on the other side, it will be negative. So 7z equals 37 minus 5, and 7z equals 32. Z equals to z, not 2. 30. This is being multiplied, so on the other side it will be divided. So it will be 32 divided by 7, which is, let me just check from the calculator. Which is, let's just directly write in the decimal form, which will be z equals 4.5714, and so on. So I hope this video was beneficial for you all, and make sure to practice, and that's always my advice to every person in the world who's studying mathematics. Do practice, do more practice, and more practice, and more practice. So that's the key to mathematics. Practice, practice, and practice. Thank you so much for watching the video, and wait for my next video on algebra.